Welcome back to Happy Place Cooking. Today I'm going to be making some, well, they're probably going to be giant burritos. I'm going to make bacon mac and cheeseburger burritos. And for mine, I'm going to add some habanero and some chili peppers that I grew in my own garden. And yes, they're frozen because that's what I do to keep them fresh longer. And it works pretty good. This is going to be a pretty simple recipe. I think it's going to probably turn out pretty good. This is something that Jesse wanted me to make, so I'm hoping it turns out great, and I'm hoping it doesn't take very long. Let's get started. I've got 3 pans on my stove, warming up with a little bit of oil. I will do some bacon over here. Cured and smoked bacon pieces that I want to use. In this pan, I'm going to use a pound of ground beef. In this pan, of course, I'm going to be boiling my pasta. Unfortunately, I only had whole grain elbows in my pantry. I would have preferred to have just had regular elbow, but it's fine. I think the whole grain will turn out just fine. My pans are nice and warmed up. Add my ground beef, my bacon bits and pieces here. I wasn't really sure what kind of spices I wanted to use on this. I ended up choosing this intense overland spices that I've had for a little while. These are really good spices. This one sort of reminds me almost of like a barbecue sauce or something. So I'm going to use that. I think that will complement everything nicely. My water is boiling, so I can go ahead and pour my pasta in. Gonna cook that as you normally would cook any pasta for the most part. Once the macaroni noodles are done, you do want to drain the water off. Then just add your Velveeta, or knockoff Velveeta in my case, and get that nice and stirred in so that it can melt while the noodles are extremely hot. I will be adding a little bit of milk to this here in just a little bit. I'm not seeing a whole lot of big chunks, and yes, I am making a mess. It's okay. So I've got about a 1/3 cup of milk here. I'm gonna add about half of that and mix that around. I'm actually going to go ahead and add that last bit of milk. All mixed up. My meats are just about done. Once they are completely finished, then I'm going to start building up these burritos. Here comes the fun part to build these up. I have 3 of these giant tortillas left. 1 will be for me, 2 will be for Jesse. Whether he eats them both at the same time, I don't know. I'm basically going to try and evenly spread the meats and ronis out. Now I did put my bacon on some paper towels, as you can see, because it was pretty greasy. Now I'm gonna add the burger. Then the mac and cheese, and this made so much mac and cheese that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be using all of this, but it's okay. It can go in the fridge and be a leftover. You know, you could actually just use like a box of Kraft mac and cheese, and that would work just as well, I'm sure. Jesse's is done. I'm going to go ahead and add my habanero and my chili. Uh-oh, accidentally got some of those on Jesse's. You could also add any other vegetable really that you'd want, however you want to make them. There is no rule for this recipe. This is just another one of those fun ones. And actually, when mine is done, I may open it up a little, or I may just add to the top some sour cream. Now to fold these up. Quite the experience here, because these are huge. Oh my, these may be more stuffed than the pizza burritos that I did, which if you didn't watch that video, you should go check that out. Those turned out really amazing. I think I got it. Turn it upside down and wrap the foil around it so that it stays wrapped. I'm going to do the same with these two. I'm going to mark mine with a toothpick because I don't want Jesse to accidentally, even though his is bigger anyway, but I didn't want him to accidentally get mine with the peppers. Now, just lay these on a baking sheet. I'm going to preheat my oven to probably 375, and these need to stay in for not very long, 15 to 20 minutes. And once they come out, I will slice one open, decorate it with some sour cream, maybe some hot sauce, mine of course, and I'll show you what they look like. Thanks so much for watching. Happy eating.